We should be on. I need to see it on my end first, so we are live now. I just got to make sure. There we go. I think I can see. I got to make sure I pause this right here because it's going to sound very loud on my end here. So I'm going to show watching 0. All right, guys. Welcome to Gamer's Realm. Today is Gamer's Realm Nintendo Edition, and I'm here accompanied by my fellow host, got Retro Stylz.
Howdy, everybody.
And we have the THESWITCHBIT.
Hey, what's up, guys?
So yeah, we got some topics today. Either way, we have some people that could not show up today. One Up and then QA and others are not able to show up today. So it's just gonna be 3 of us. So we can start off with Retro Stylz. If you got start off with your topic or anything you just want to throw in right away.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy. During the whole pandemic, that Animal Crossing just really like took off, like really huge. To me, like Animal Crossing's always been kind of popular, and I think THESWITCHBIT said that earlier when we were talking. It's always been popular, but the pandemic kind of created a way for everybody to just connect, and so that's like the really huge thing right now. And so Nintendo, you know, they're always formulating new ways of being able to create like business and make it better. So what they've done was they've checked out their mobile gaming, which a lot of people play it and a lot of people don't. People have mixed feelings about it. The #1 best-selling game right now on there is the Fire Emblem series, but they're looking at what they can do better. So right now they're pulling away from the mobile gaming aspect. They're still going to have support available, but as far as making new titles, they said that they're not really looking into making new titles. So I thought that was kind of cool. I'm kind of like mixed feelings about it because I do a lot of mobile gaming only because I have children, and so with children it's easier to grab a Nintendo Switch or a cell phone or like any kind of mobile device and just pick it up and play it. So I'm not sure if any of the parents out there understand that, but all 3 of us here are dads, so we do understand that, and some of you guys in the comment section below do understand that. So kind of mixed feelings about it. I think, yeah. And the big one, the Animal Crossing update, July 3rd. Woo, woo, woo.
Well, tell me about it, because I heard a lot of good things about it.
Yeah, it was pretty cool because like me and THESWITCHBIT had watched the trailer and it was pretty cool the way you could dive into the water, the way you can actually go into like an aquarium so you could see the different wildlife that are inside the water. It was really cool. So it's like, it's almost to me like lifelike. So you're seeing all the different animals and stuff. So I definitely do need to work on my island so I can get all those
me
cool
too.
features.
Me too.
Yeah, it's been a minute because my kids play on the Nintendo Switch and I don't want to be like that parent. No. You know,
Right.
so I might have to wake up extra early one day and work on that thing.
Hey, that's what I do. On Saturdays and Sundays, I'm up like 2 hours before everybody so I can like get my dedicated game time in for sure. There's no shame in that at all.
Oh, for sure, man. I'm a morning person anyway, so I might just grab that thing, play it till it goes dead, and then kids wake up. Oh, it's charging, sorry.
So did you play the older Animal Crossing games?
I played a little bit of the GameCube, and yes, I did play the Pocket Camp. It was a little bit watered down, but it was okay. And then the DS version was okay. I played that one. So those are the only ones I played was GameCube. There was a lot of other ones too. Like I tried the Wii one. I couldn't really get into it.
City Folk. I tried that too,
yeah.
and
I
I've never
couldn't
been
really
able to get
it.
into any of them except for this one, the new one.
Yeah, this is the only one so far that for some reason it really grabbed my attention. I'm not sure why. And it's not really like a big action adventure shoot 'em up. It's just something about the game.
I have my like kind of theory on why I like this one or why some people can pick this one up easier, because I've tried I didn't play the GameCube one really. I knew about it, but I didn't play it. I tried the DS one, Wild Worlds, and then I tried City Folk on the Wii, and it was just too much. I'd like straight from the beginning, you're kind of dumped into, you know, a city with all these people that you have to meet, and you have all these kind of quests going on. And for me, I felt a little overwhelmed by it all. So in New Horizons, it starts you off with just a tent and nobody really. You have two people on the island, so it's a lot easier to kind of get to know the gameplay loop and the basics of the game, and then slowly build into something rather than just kind of being dumped into it like in City Folk. So it was a lot easier for me to get into it without being overwhelmed by all the mechanics. And that kind of goes straight into how they've been slowly adding content as well. You know, every month or so, it seems like there's been just a big dump of content, just like the new update that you were talking about, which I'm so excited for. And I know that swimming was in the previous titles, or was in, I guess, New Leaf is what somebody told me.
Yeah.
But I don't care. I'm so amped for that.
I think you hit it right on the nail right on the head, because the fact is, like, I've played all of them, and you're just really have been thrown into all that action. Like, even with the pocket camp, you're thrown in and everybody's there. With the City Folk, you're thrown in, everybody's there. All of them are, you're just thrown in. And I think that with a lot of people, they like the fact that you're building from scratch, kind of like Minecraft, how you're building from scratch and you build from the floor up. This kind of has the same concept to where, like you said, you have the tent, maybe a couple people beside you, and then you can kind of build from there. You can go to the airport, fly other people's islands, and you can kind of pick and choose who can go on your island. So I think that's what made it a lot easier too, is you don't have to have those people there. It's a choice where you can invite the core people that you want on your island, which makes it really cool.
For sure. And you mentioned Pocket Camp, and I haven't played that. I've played some of the other like mobile titles from Nintendo. And when you mentioned that they're going to be kind of going away from mobile titles, are you sad by that? Are you happy by that? Do you care at all? I don't really care all that much because I haven't really been into any of them, but
I kind of had mixed feelings because when Super Mario Run came out, I was stoked, because that was a game that you paid the $110 fee for, and it unlocked the whole game. So I was like, oh, this is cool. You got Mario on your phone. On my 15-minute break, pick up, play it. It's an easy pick up and play kind of game. Cool. And then Mario Kart came along. I was stoked because I got chose for the beta testing. I was like, okay, this is cool. I got to beta test it, but I could not put it on my YouTube channel. Even now, I can't post any of the, I recorded it, but you can't post any of the beta content, I guess. That was one of the things that they sent you a little contract that you sent an email back to them, which is cool. I respect that. But
right.
And then when it came out, I had, because of all the microtransactions. You know, I've seen other games do that before, but with Mario Kart, it was hard because I want all those characters, but if you don't consistently play it, you can't get those characters. Like if you miss a season, you miss the characters. So you can't just purchase the characters, so to speak. You can, but you have to earn the money or pay the money to get the different aspects of the game. So when the season change, you might miss out on the character. So on that aspect, I will be happy to see it go. But on the aspect to have Mario on your phone without emulation, without any type of emulation, I'm just gonna put that out there.
And a lot of people, like, they have the opposite. I mean, with the internet kind of made it seem that way, at least, because when Super Mario Run came out, people were like really upset about the high price point of having to pay $10 for a mobile app. But you get the whole game, you know, you don't have to be nickel and dimed and wind up spending $50 or $60 for a game. But I remember getting a lot of hate online for that aspect. And then on the other hand, people hated on it for other games for the microtransactions. So there was never any happy medium. And like, I don't know. So I'd rather Nintendo put their money and resources into Switch games or whatever's coming in the future, like Animal Crossing, my opinion.
No, that's smart, because when they're putting all their resources into multiple hands, you're either going to see a success in one or a failure in the other. So they tried it, and they said they're going to continue support. But as far as like, I think what I did remember is that they have 2 games planned, which they did not say, but they have 2 games planned. But after that, it's like they're going to cut it off, offer support. But then they said after the years go on, the support might be gone, because they want the whole 100% to be into the Nintendo Switch, which if you look at it, we maybe have 3 years left on the Nintendo Switch. Because if you look at the timeline, every 5 to 6 years, maybe, they produce a new console.
Right.
So
we'll see. I'm kind of curious because this is the first time where we've had essentially a handheld and a home console in one. Their handhelds usually have a much longer life cycle. Like the 3DS is just now dying out. That came out in what, 2011, I think, you know? So I'm curious if the Switch is going to like stay on that cycle of the home console, or if they're going to release a new home console and keep, you know, supporting the Switch as a handheld down to like $100 or whatever. I think it has a lot of life left in it. I think there's a lot. I don't think people care as much about the graphical fidelity as long as they can play it in their bed, you know?
Oh, I agree about that because when the Switch came out, it's like your childhood coming to life. Like you can take your video game. You don't have to bring a whole television console. You have it right there in the palm of your hand. And they do put out every 5 to 6 years a new console, but I'm with you on that. I really don't see anything else. If anything, this is just my opinion. If they do put out a new console, I think they might keep, like you said, the Switch handheld and the Switch Lite as a handheld, and then have a separate console. But I don't graphically remember the Wii. The Wii was their next to the Nintendo, next to the NES. The Wii was their highest selling console. So because
and it's the worst graphics.
Yeah, it didn't even have the best graphics, but it was new. It was motion control. People didn't care because they were like, oh my gosh, Nintendo's doing things other people are not. So they were at the market with that.
For sure. And you know what else that we had that other consoles from Nintendo haven't had yet is Electronic Arts support. EA actually they had a lot of games on the Wii. Some were successful, some weren't. Some were marketed well and some weren't, but they had a lot of success on the Wii. And then the Wii U came out and EA and Nintendo basically just, I don't know what happened there. Nobody really knows, but they just parted ways. I think there was a few games at launch by EA, and after that it was no. And even that's kind of carried on to the Switch now. There's been Burnout just came out, which we'll get into that in a second. But Burnout just came out. Before that, there have only been 5 EA games on the Nintendo Switch. There's been Unravel 2. There's been, I don't know how to pronounce it, Fe. It's kind of some like quirky, weird run around action platformer. And then there's been 3 FIFA games. And that's all EA has released on the Switch up until this point. But they just announced that they're going to be releasing 7 games, including Burnout, which just came out, for $50, which is ridiculous. If you want it, that's cool, but it's like $6 on PSN right now. But they're going to release seven games, I guess in the near future. We know 4 of them so far. That's Burnout. The next FIFA is going to be on there. Apex Legends, which was really surprising to me.
Oh yeah.
What's the other one? Lost in Random, which is a game from the people who made that Fe game or whatever. I don't know how to pronounce it. So there's 3 games that are unannounced. We don't know what they are. EA has a lot of different games to kind of pull from, but I'm curious, do you like EA games? Does it matter to y'all, like getting EA on the Switch?
I played EA games in the past. They're good. I mean, I've enjoyed games in the past with EA, so I think they should have, you know, keep on bringing in some more. There's nothing wrong with it. I think they need to just bring more, I think.
Yeah, I think Madden would actually be pretty successful. I don't know why it's not on there yet.
Because Madden has always been, growing up, starting with the NES, they've always had Madden. Madden's always been a thing all across Nintendo's board. And so it's like, it's different to see that's not.
Right. I think the Wii U, they got one Madden game, 2013 or something like that, and then there's nothing after that. And I don't know. I guess I don't get why EA. Something must have happened between the companies, or somebody must have like made somebody mad or something. But I don't really care about FIFA. I don't play soccer games. Apex Legends, that was interesting. There's a lot of free to play games on the Switch, which is really cool. Like there's a lot of those battle royale games and stuff. And I've tried Apex Legends. Maybe I'll try it once it gets on Switch. It was a little too much for me because I just jumped in and got slaughtered from all directions over and over again. But I think that's really cool that they're providing support. I hope it's successful because I want to see more. I want to see Mass Effect and those kind of games, you know?
It's kind of interesting with the Switch right now too, is a lot of indie developers, they started on the Switch, but there's a lot of indie developers that are making those games free right now. And then what's interesting about the Switch too is I like mobile games. So a lot of the indie developers are making the games you pay for them on the Switch, but then on the mobile games they're free. But then there's some games the indie developers make for mobile, but on the Switch they're free. So it's kind of interesting watching all the indie developers kind of make games, because a lot of them are really underrated. Like the indie games are really underrated.
Oh yeah, definitely. Then the free to play games too. There's some that Warframe and
Yeah.
Asphalt 9.
Yep.
I mean, I've put like at least 50, 60 hours in Asphalt 9. I think maybe I've spent like $15 on it, but like amazing free to play games on there. So I don't know much about Apex Legends, if they nickel and dime you or the microtransactions. It's Electronic Arts, so you kind of, you know, assume they probably do. That's just kind of what they're known for at this point. But there's still 3 unannounced games coming to the Switch. Do you guys have any guesses as to what's going to come from EA?
Not sure.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's a football game, because like I said, it's kind of
Soccer?
like soccer. Not
No.
football,
Real
not
football.
Real football Switch. You know, because to me, like, I don't play sports games, but as a kid, that was my thing. Oh, there's a Nintendo, there's a football game. It's Madden. Oop, there's this SNES, there's Madden. You know, like each one had like the Madden. So to me, Nintendo was like Madden, and Madden was synonymous with Nintendo for. But I'm not a big sports player, but it was just always a thing.
Yeah, everybody ever played Tecmo Bowl when they were younger, or, you know, other football games, or like hockey games, even though you're not a fan of hockey, but like NHL 94 and the, you know, the SNES and Genesis was amazing. What about Plants vs. Zombies? Is that something y'all would like?
Dude,
That
I
seems
saw
cool, yeah.
that.
Yeah, so that, I mean, that's one of the ones that are rumored to be the 3 unannounced ones. It's probably pretty much confirmed, like at this point, because it's kind of been leaked or whatever.
Yeah,
So
it's
Plants
been leaked.
vs. Zombies is one, and then I think A Need for Speed or something like that is going to be another one. And then
Yeah,
the
I
other
saw
one,
that.
I have no idea what that third one's going to be. Like they said, there's a new company, I can't remember, Valen Studios or something like that, is going to release a game under EA, but they're brand new studio, so we have no idea what that's going to be. I don't like Plants vs. Zombies though. I've never been able to get into it.
Not even like the Garden Warfare, like the first person shooter.
Now, yeah, that's different. I like that. Yeah, that's cool. Now, I think that would do well, but just the standard like wave after wave of enemy games, like I'm not a big fan. The only one I've ever liked for the Switch was Has Been Heroes. I thought that was a really cool game, but yeah, not a big fan of those. I know they're wildly popular. I think they make a lot of money on the Switch if they brought that
Plants
out.
vs. Zombies is mostly like I call it a time filler. Like you're waiting at the doctor's office, you need to blow a few minutes, play a few games.
Yeah. There's no big plot you're gonna miss. There's no cutscenes you gotta sit through. Just pop it in and go for it.
Kind of like Bejeweled. Yeah, Bejeweled on your phone. Sit there, blow a few minutes on that. All right, call your name. All right. Or at the DMV.
Yeah, you'll probably be waiting a while. I could probably play Xenoblade at the DMV, honestly.
Oh gosh, yeah. All right. Well, I think I'm good on my topic. Who wants to go next?
SwitchBIT. If you don't want to, I'll take it.
I mean, the EA thing was kind of what I was going to bring to the table, but
Yeah,
I mean, we can talk about whatever. I know that we mentioned just briefly that there was some Smash DLC announced, and I don't think any of us are really big Smash players, but they did announce that ARMS was going. Was it Min?
Yeah.
I don't even know. Yeah, from ARMS is going to be on there. I haven't really played ARMS much, and I don't really play much Smash Brothers anymore. It's really cool to see like I guess a lesser known title from Nintendo kind of show up on there. I think it's going to be pretty interesting gameplay, but beyond that, I don't really have much of an opinion on ARMS. So I would rather see some old characters, but that's cool.
I don't mind it. I did play ARMS. It was pretty decent game for a bit. I just didn't have much time for it after just trying it. I would like for them to I'm looking forward to the future of like future characters. I need something else to bring me back into Smash Bros. Maybe people keep talking about it. Like, what if they brought Crash Bandicoot or something crazy like that maybe might interest myself to get back more into Smash again. You know, I had bought it twice and I sold it twice, you know, with the whole lag issue and things like that. But for those who still have it now, yeah, that character does look pretty nice. I saw the video based on when they presented a new character. But other than that, yeah, I need more of a punch though.
So
Something
would
to
Crash
bring back.
Bandicoot, that would be your, like, if they
That would be really
announce that,
cool.
okay. What about you, Retro? What would be your character announcement that would get you into playing Smash?
Well, Sora.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. Hey, that's my
Kingdom
dog's
Hearts.
name. Sora.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Sora.
Yeah.
Speaking of Kingdom Hearts, did you see Kingdom Hearts is coming to the Nintendo Switch?
Is it? I mean, but not really though,
No,
right?
it's like you ever play I think it's called Cadence of Hyrule? How it's
Yeah.
it's like music based and you have to go to the beat. That's what this one's gonna be. It's more like, it kind of looks like Guitar Hero meets. You ever play Kingdom Hearts Mobile? What the characters look like?
No.
No, it's a mix between that and kind of Guitar Hero-ish, and Cadence of Hyrule, you're kind of going to the beat as you're defeating the enemies. So I don't know. We'll see how that goes.
Reminds me of Final Fantasy Theater Rhythm. Did you ever play that on the DS?
Yes,
3DS?
yes.
Yeah, that's what it reminds me of. And I love that game because you got to like hear music from the series that you loved. You got to see the characters that you loved, but it wasn't as in depth. It's like you said, kind of like a filler game. You got to just sit there.
Yeah.
And, I'm gonna play a couple rounds, listen to some cool music, and just be in this world for a minute without having to really dive too deep into it.
Well, here's begging the question though: if they're going to bring that to the Nintendo Switch, which they are, why can't they implement those characters into Smash? People would just go crazy for that.
Yeah, that would be
Because it's
cool.
already mixed already. SquareSoft, Enix, and there's Nintendo. They're already merged because they merged in the past. They did Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories for the GBA. They did that in the past. I remembered.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see that. That would actually be pretty cool. I have no idea who I would like to see and who would bring me back. It'd have to be like something big, like something from like Master Chief or something like that. Like something like that was just nobody could think of, like a huge partnership. And maybe that's coming. That's always been a little bit of a rumor that Microsoft and Nintendo are kind of like buddies now. There's some Microsoft games on Nintendo platforms.
That would be real nice though.
That would get me to go rebuy Smash Brothers, because I'm just like you. I think I've bought it twice and sold it twice, Mr. Switch.
No, you know what Mr. Switch said? He said he wants SpongeBob to be on there. he said he was
SpongeBob. I would take SpongeBob.
Hey, but they brought that game over. I think that game's coming to Nintendo. I want to say.
Yeah, the Battle of Bikini Bottom. Yeah,
I actually did a little teaser. I did a review on that for my channel. So next week you guys will see that on there.
Nice. All right.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check it out. I keep seeing that on Switch Core on Twitter. A lot of people are posting like the physical. I guess it's already come out. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, it's already out. Yeah, on the 23rd.
Okay. Yeah. So SpongeBob. I mean, I don't know if I'd be too happy about that, but I bet a lot of people would.
Hey man, I got SpongeBob boxers, dude.
I was just about to say that. Oh,
hold on. Give us a
oh no.
It's coming out.
Oh no. Hey, this better not be anything funny, Mr. Switch.
Why were they so close?
What do you guys think?
Oh man.
SpongeBob boxes for you.
SpongeBob for Smash. You saw it here first.
Don't worry, they came fresh from the washer.
So he says.
What else do we got from you on SwitchBit?
Oh man, I think that's about it. That's all I got.
All right, I'll go into mine, and after my topic, we can just see what else is popping up in our minds. Let me get straight to the share. I want to share something first, and tell me if you guys see this.
Yes.
Okay, that's who we are. All right, let's see. Where am I? I'm going to talk about Metroid Prime 4. Just kind of get into. It's been a while since like the reveal E3 for 2017 when they had the reveal the what was it, like a 20-second visual thing we saw of just the 4 popping out, and then Metroid Prime 4. It drove us nuts. It was crazy. And then we get to a point where, from that point, we are so excited, but we haven't heard much yet. They had a group, I forgot the name of the group. They were on it. They were developing the game for a while, and then they got dropped. And then it finally got passed back to Retro Studios, where the original studios that was how do you say had done the trilogy before. So I don't know why they didn't pick those guys first, but I guess a lot of those developers went here and there to other companies or groups. But just to kind of give a little information based on developers, they had let's say developers from Battlefield Hardline. They're working on the game too as well. They even got the Shadow of the Tomb Raider also. You got developers from there. Also developers from Borderlands. I'm just like Borderlands, really.
Wow.
So they're getting really top dogs here involved in this game because they're not playing around. Nintendo's really trying to do, make this game like one of the best games in a long time. You even got the new they got a new lead character. They call it new lead character modeler. His name's Kyle. He's a senior modeler responsible for like designs for Master Chief and the Halo series. That was big for me.
Wow,
that was big.
That's huge.
To know that these guys are gonna be more involved in, developing this game. They should be really well into it. Maybe just they've still been kind of getting. I think they got all the spots filled. They were hiring more people earlier, like middle of last year. So I think we got another 2 years or less before it officially comes out. I'm just assuming. So I'm just like, I can't wait. I looked it up. I was watching more stuff the other day. They're saying they got the visual effects that usually only AAA developers use. They're just getting the best of the best graphics. So this is going to be where they test the power of the Nintendo Switch with this game. So I think they did it with when the Metro Prime came. Every time Metro Prime came out, they were always testing the power of this Nintendo system. I think
pushing it to the limits.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if it's going to be that big. Are they going to be able to get it on the Switch, or they're saying next year for the Switch Pro? I'm just kind of basically because I mean when Metro Prime Trilogy came out in the Wii, we want it for the Nintendo Switch. We want our version. Everyone, I think if they sold it, to us here. Would you guys buy it on the Nintendo Switch? I would in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
The rumor is that the trilogy is like already done and just waiting to be released on the Switch, and I would buy that day one. I think this is just my theory about it, kind of like what you're saying. Is I think the trilogy is going to come to Switch, HD remastered, and I think there's a really strong possibility that 4 is going to be pushed to the next Switch Pro or the next system or something like that, because it sounds like they got a lot of people who are really good at making graphically powerful games. And I almost kind of wish, I don't want it to be like less than it could be just to fit it on the Switch. If they have like a grander like idea of what the game could be, maybe it needs to wait until the next system.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
I'm just thinking exactly just what SwitchBIT was saying is that they might eventually push it too, because they're barely now. They should be maybe halfway or somewhat getting some good development in the game right now. But I think they got another year or two to even complete it. So I would say it's coming out on the Switch Pro. If they got another version of it with a little less of it, I mean they'll probably get one for the Switch, but I would probably get the Switch Pro version because I'm sure they're gonna do it on there too.
Yeah, I'm with the SwitchBIT. I think that graphically they're probably looking at something a little bit more higher than what the actual Nintendo Switch can hold. So they may be holding out until either a higher processor that can play it or something with a combo of more processing and more RAM to be able to run it. Because graphically it needs a lot to be able to hold that game because it's so like intricate. The graphics wise, I mean, even on the GameCube, the GameCube version is still amazing. I mean, it's
they did a lot of technical tricks to make it look that good on the GameCube, and it still looks good. So maybe there's some wizards that are going to make it look better than what we think the Switch is capable of.
Oh, and I've heard a lot about the Switch. There's a lot of things the Switch is capable of more than what meets the eye. It's kind of like a transformer. So if they can get this, really though, I mean, not to put it out there, but a lot of people have unlocked the Switch, so they got to see the full potential of the processing, and it has a lot of good potential processing power, which is cool. So here's hoping to Metroid 4 being on the Nintendo Switch, because like you said, if the Wizards pulled it off and put it on the GameCube, man, woo, it's gonna go live if it hits a Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, I think it's going to be. I mean, for me, out of all the games I've wanted in the past, I would say several years, it'll be one, Metroid Prime 4, and two, the current game that I'm playing right now is The Last of Us 2. So I'm like, I got that done, well, almost done. I got out of the way, but now the big one is out of every single one is Metroid Prime 4. It's just,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's driving me crazy. Like, when are we going to get something that we want?
We got to get something soon. Like, if EA had already happened, I think we may have already heard it. There hasn't been a whole lot of, we haven't had a direct or anything like that that would typically come around E3 time. So if there's
guys,
a lot of information that should be coming.
I think she's a bit much.
When I first started watching Mr. Switch, this was like eons ago. It seems like it anyway, but he was actually streaming Metroid Prime.
Oh, nice.
On the GameCube, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Right. He used to stream that a lot. I would just sneak in and watch the streams without even commenting, like for months. I always do that to. I do that to a lot of people. Yeah, months. I do that. No, I do that to people because I want to get a feel for their YouTube channel. So I'll subscribe and then I'll watch their content for a while, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is legit. Then I'll start commenting. You know, because I don't want to be like watching something, commenting, and then because I've done that in the past where I comment on other people's channels and they have no clue you commented. I just want to like watch it and make sure when I comment, you comment right at the right time where they're like, oh, okay.
Right.
Thanks for stopping by.
Did y'all like, obviously Mr. Switch likes Metroid Prime. I love Metroid Prime. I'll take the Metroid Prime games over 2D Metroid any day. What about you, Retro? Same thing?
It's awesome. The way it was developed for the GameCube, it was smart because the ATI processing and the RAM and stuff that the GameCube had, it was able to just fully utilize everything that it had. And just the way the levels were built, just the way graphically everything was, it just felt like you were in a movie, like you were just in a full-fledged movie. So for me, it was just a very amazing experience just to be able to play it.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it's so cinematic. And it, like, when she got on the elevator and went down the elevator, like, now we know that it was like basically a load screen, like, to load up the new area. But just like, it was so cool. I mean, the way you could see her eyes in the visor whenever like something flashed.
Or you can kind of see her breath for a second.
Yeah.
You know, it was really dope. I think oh man, I keep replaying out of all the Metroids. I gotta go back to Prime 1 and 2. But I'm always replaying Super Metroid. And I'm trying to do this short clip video where I got a guy, I'm gonna do a little thing for this guy. I'm gonna talk more about him because he mixes music, and he does this voiceover thing before, like in between right before Samus goes back. So she leaves, dropping off the Metroid, and she goes back. Then she get a distress signal. Then this guy does this thing where it does a song or this like kind of like vocal thing, and then goes into this music that he had done. So I'm trying to do some kind of mix with that. But yeah, always Metroid. If I had the time, you know, like after I did this week, is pretty much like a Sony week for me. I'm just playing games that, you know, a little break off Nintendo, then back to Nintendo next week. But I'm gonna go back to doing a lot of Metroid stuff. So just kind of interested in doing that. And real quick, I wanna do a let me get off the share. Let me just see what else did I have here. We got some cute Samuses there. And let's go into, I think I showed most of them. Oh, watch out. Watch out. Okay, we'll get off of her. I'm going to stop sharing.
An online component this time, though. Like, because I love the DS version, Prime Hunters. So I'm thinking with all the people they're bringing into it, that they're gonna have a heavy online component for like versus multiplayer or something.
Okay, where is my? I have. I wanted to do it on box. Just kind of look at. I just bought this the other day. I'm sure some of you guys saw this at GameStop.
Yeah.
Like, is it? Oops. I was like, wait a moment. I kept passing it on. I said, you know what? I'm gonna buy this. I'm gonna talk about it, and I haven't even. I don't even. There's supposed to be some type of. I don't know. It's like a hat or something like that. And just kind of quickly do this and.
Hey, you know
So
what?
you don't really know what's in here much at all, do you?
No, not really.
Cool. All right, good.
Hey, you know what would have been cool is if we each would have got one, and he acted like he was throwing it to you, and you caught it, and then you acted like you're throwing it to me, and I caught it, and then we all just started opening it up.
Man, that would be cool.
We
Yeah,
can do all kinds of stuff.
we could.
It did cost me like $30.
That's not bad.
That
That's not
box is
standard.
cool enough, like just a display box.
The
It's like,
box alone, it is pretty dope. It is pretty dope. Just real quick, again, I'm gonna go right into it.
yeah.
Let's see. Oh shoot!
When I got
Cool.
my Link to the Past box, my Zelda, not Link to the Past, but Link's Awakening, I kept the box because it was like, it's a cool display.
Right. Yeah.
It's got a
Yeah, look-
keychain. You guys see that? It's a keychain.
Oh, cool.
Hold on, if I could kind of
Nice.
a Metroid keychain. Then there's like a big it's almost like a gym bag in a way. The thing is kind of huge.
Oh.
Looks
Oh,
like a
that's
capsule
cool.
or something. I don't know if you can you guys see that good?
Yeah, that's tight.
The bag, and then the next one, hold on. I gotta it's gonna make it look funny. We got the beanie.
There we go.
Check out the beanie. Dude, this is crazy. I needed one anyways. Just the way it looks.
That's a cool color too.
That's
It
awesome,
won't miss
actually.
you. Definitely won't miss you.
Let me put my hat back on. Oh shoot, I got this on backwards or okay, here it goes. And what is this? Oh shoot, this is a notebook.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
You can never have enough notebooks.
This is what is it? Oh, this is like, let's see if I can hold it right. This is a poster.
Sweet.
And then I got, this is the morph ball. It's like a morph ball squishy.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's the coolest thing so far for me. I love those like stress balls, squish balls.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Just gonna, I don't want to rip this box.
Very cool.
Yeah, I do actually. Oh, this is the mystery thing they didn't say anything about. So, let me see if I can pop this open real quick before this falls over.
Hey, that would have been a cool part in the video where he goes, "Hey, you want to see it?" And then you look like you're grabbing for it on the screen and you have it in your hand.
We need these ideas before the podcast.
Yeah,
I know.
man.
All these ideas are coming up, and I'm like, "Get out of my
Dude,
head!"
this is sick. This is sick. This is the mystery one.
Oh,
That's cool. That's a cool display.
cool.
Is it
Yeah, I
hard
figured-
plastic?
Yeah, it's plastic. It looks nice. Scary too. Man, these
That's
things, this
cool.
is the. You know, it's one thing I like about we got to start doing. You know, as we doing what we're doing here at the podcast. You know, if you guys got something you want to show, I figured I'm just gonna show something. Do a slideshow, show some things, and so many other things that we can bring to this podcast that we haven't done yet. There's so much that we can bring forward to, and so far, again, I don't think my kid's gonna like this. Luigi's not gonna like this at all. I'm gonna hang this high. If I leave this on a table, he's gonna.
They're scary,
yeah.
man.
That was the unboxing of it's a Metroid Prime or no Metroid unboxing. I like seeing things that I see at GameStop, and I want to start looking forward to. And we have an idea of retro. Let's do what you were saying, and we'll just make sure that we'll communicate with everyone and let's
Yeah.
go with it. Do you guys have
That'd be
anything to
cool.
say about the Metroid boxes, or just bringing up something else? Or any other topics you want to go with? And
I think I want to, if it's something I haven't really talked about, but I'm always on one of my big parts of my channel is hunting for games. So like every single day I'm looking on the eShop for deals and stuff. So like I want to kind of I don't really have anything prepared right now, but I would love to like maybe bring a couple, highlight a couple games that are currently on sale or have recently been released on the Nintendo eShop.
Yes.
And one of those that just came out, and I think that it's still half off. I don't know when it ends, but that's the Duke Nukem. 3D
Yeah,
game.
boy.
Oh,
So that just came out. It's been out on like, I think it came out on Steam in like 2016 or something like that. But $4.99. It's one of those games where if you buy it like within the first week or first few days, it's half off. And like that game, like if you haven't played those older games, it's remastered. It looks beautiful. It's like a mix of like new and old together for $5. It's such a good deal. And then also a game that just came out, which was delayed, is Star Wars Episode 1 Racer remaster. From it's like the N64 version. So cool. And I bought that like as soon as I saw it pop up. So those are a couple of games I just wanted to kind of highlight on the eShop, and that's probably something I want to do moving forward as well, because there's always so many good deals, and I think that people miss out on them because right now there's, if you look at how many games are on sale on the eShop, it's like 560 or something. So it's right. So it's really hard to kind of get lost in the mix there. So I'm gonna kind of just highlight some of those releases and sales that we got going on.
The Duke Nukem one was at the top of the list, and my sister-in-law and her husband had given me a gift shop, an eShop gift card. I was like, I saw it, I was like, oh well, I'm gonna get that right away. And I played it, and there's so many levels, like it's just
which game is it?
The Duke Nukem.
Wait, that's already out right now?
Yeah, it's out. Yeah, it's only $5. At the timing of this podcast, at the timing of this podcast,
it's gonna go up to $10 like in a couple days.
Yeah, it's one of those no-brainer games, and if you've ever played it, and I told my wife this will probably be a game that, because it's rated M for mature, I was like, the kids will probably be not playing this one.
Probably not. Yeah. And it's mainly, I think, because of the language, and there's like some scantily clad pixelated women in it, like strippers, I think, at some point. But it's the language. It's graphically, it's like Doom. So
it's not that graphically,
yeah, but it's got some pretty bad language. Like I'm not going to be playing it if my daughter's anywhere around.
Yeah,
for sure.
My kids are little mockingbirds, so like if I play something on there, they're going to hear it. And my son's 5, so he'll repeat.
Oh yeah.
Repeat whatever it says. But hey, that's like my shirt says, husband, dad, gamer last.
Yeah, you got to be careful because it depends on what you're saying. Because I had a tendency of saying, "Damn, I swear to you, my son's only 1." He's like, "Damn," I was like, hey, I was like, did he just say that? And then his mom's like, yeah, pointing at me. You better shut your mouth. I was like, shut up. It's like, I swear, it's like he's doing the dad right now, saying damn, but he said that damn word once. That was like last week. We're like, oh shit.
My 3-year-old, she'll call us out if we say a bad word. It's not very often, but she'll be like, "That's a bad word. You can't say that." And I'm like, "Oh, thank you." Like that's good.
To my kids, stupid and crap is a bad word. So if they hear anything above that, they know what it is. So if we're like, "Oh, that's stupid," hey, you can't be saying that, Dad.
Yeah.
I just got this after playing The Last of Us, and I'll be playing this game next.
Oh, but, yeah. You gonna stream it?
Yeah, I'm gonna. But I also had to rebuy this. I had to. I don't know why I ever gave it up.
Did you beat it?
Mario Odyssey?
Okay, where is it? Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's just something that I just, these certain things that, Nintendo definitely always brings back home to me, and I don't mind playing when my action, like right now when I play those action games, like a lot of The Last of Us, man, I get my headaches, but playing too much because I'm trying to conquer the game. But when it comes to some good old Nintendo's always there for you. And when you're playing a lot of fun games, next week I also got I purchased paid it in full. It's the
Paper Mario.
Yeah, I got that one. So that's definitely something I'll be streaming. So I got something going on from now. Again, I'm always going to be streaming Nintendo. It's going to be the majority of it, going into other things. I am officially going to be changing the name from Mr. Switch Nintendo Part Life to Mr. Switch, where I'm going to represent both sides more. I don't have Xbox, so I can't really I'm going to be getting that PS5 and always a Switch. But again, going into the retro gaming of Nintendo only. So it's just like saying, if when I played The Last of Us and I stream that, people pop into my channel and they see this guy, Mr. Switch 10 apart life playing The Last of Us. This is Nintendo, and I want them to know that's gonna be gone for a little bit. Maybe the weeks that I actually do Nintendo will be I'll slap back the Nintendo apart life for that week, and then the next week is just all different stuff. Then I'll just go back and forth with I don't just kind of keep both names, but just all I'm doing is taking off the bottom name for a little bit.
Right.
I have to kind of categorize.
I started doing Xbox and PlayStation stuff a little bit more, and I get people. So like I was streaming the Outer Worlds through Xbox, and then like posting my videos up. And I even like had a hashtag that it was like from Game Pass, like the Xbox, but people came in thinking that it was the Nintendo Switch version because of my name, and like I've always been more of a variety channel, playing all systems and stuff. But I can imagine people getting kind of confused with your name and then why are you playing, other stuff. So that's a good move, I think, for branding or whatever.
I definitely want to just like because when I just play when I play, let's say Splatoon, I'm playing a lot of certain games. I'm seeing that sometimes you lose a certain crowd, or it's not really about it. I think it's more like it's about who you are. And I've always been that hardcore gamer too, but I want to bring that in, and start. And I've noticed that I did when I started doing The Last of Us, I kid you not, I dropped 10 subscribers, gone, boop, but I figured because they don't want to see this. There's a Switch is doing a bunch of kiddie stuff now. He's doing mature rated stuff. But I have to let everyone know that's going to happen no matter what. If, since I'm making a drastic change, it's okay. I hope that I didn't make anyone mad, or they looked into, let's say if I had someone younger look into my stuff and it does say the channel's not for kids. I did put that on there. I did put in, it is a mature rated game. People should see that. But again, I want to kind of do everything and bring that to the table because I would love to get an Xbox too. But we got to see how that money's flowing the rest of the year. Right now, it's definitely got to be that PS5 for sure. I can't pass that up. And
for sure,
next year will be the Pro. And from what they're saying, but yeah.
And well, you're opening yourself up to like a whole new audience too, because you have been, for all intents and purposes, a Nintendo channel. Now it's going to bring in people who are interested in Sony stuff, and then maybe they'll be interested in the Nintendo stuff you do too. Kind of, bring in more audience.
It's hard to get back into. It's a good move. It's hard to get into. When I try to get into Mixer or Twitch before, or within the last half a year, it's hard to just from YouTube just to jump into something, and it's so hard to get. People are not really watching it. They watch me more on where I started, where I got my numbers at on YouTube. I might attempt to look at because Mixer is they're moving to work with
Facebook gaming.
So we'll see how that kind of goes on. And if not, most likely I end up staying. I'm usually going to stay with YouTube, or I'm not sure about that Facebook thing. What do you guys think? Have you guys seen any of that Facebook gaming?
I did. I actually tried it out the other day. It's actually, in my opinion, really cool because I'm a mobile gamer. So I always had this really great idea that when you're playing a mobile game, because I know you can use Streamlabs on your phone to stream, and I don't know if you guys know, and I've done that in the past before. I've used Streamlabs to stream games on my phone, and it turns out okay. But I've always been somebody that thought, how come there's not an app to legitly stream the games that you add in there, and it has 0 to like no lag, and you're able to do it through an app versus having to do it through Streamlabs, open up the game, and it's a process. And then for it to use your camera. So what I did was, I was like, oh, okay, well, let's check it out. So I was doing a few tests for the mic because I use audio adapters for my phone so I can have crisp audio for the microphone. And I was doing a few tests and I was like, well, what's this button? And you know how on your laptop or whatever, or your iPad, and they have a front-facing camera, even on your phone? Well, it utilizes your front-facing camera on your phone as a webcam. So what it does is let's say whatever game you're playing, and the only part that it confused me at first, but it was my error, was that I thought I was going to have to use my personal account. So I tried creating another account, in which since it was in my name, it wouldn't let me. But long story short, when you use it, you're signed in under you, but when you go to stream, you have a selection. There's a little like it looks like a broken circle. You select that, and then that takes you over to your Facebook fan page. So then you're able to live stream with that. So to go back to what I was saying earlier, it's cool that whatever game you're playing, it utilizes your front-facing camera as a webcam. So you can be anywhere down the street, your friend's house, across the United States, wherever, and you can stream live on Facebook, on your fan page or your personal page, wherever you so choose, and it's right there. So it's very simple. It's very easy to use. In my opinion, I like it because sometimes I'll stream on my personal page and I have like over 400 people that I actually come in contact with within my city or Visalia or Lindsay, like they live in my area that I actually come in contact with. So those are the people that watch my stream. They're like, oh, hey, I like your Super Mario content, or oh, hey, and it's like happens to be a retro game, which if you see my channel, I do some retro games, but I do mostly mobile and PC and some Switch. So anyway, but it's pretty cool. I like it in my opinion. But as for the Xbox users, I think it kind of sucks because they don't have that Mixer app. They don't have an option of being able to actually stream straight to the internet. They'd have to hook up like I have the Aber Media or whatever streaming device you would so choose. They have to use that to stream instead of actually streaming right from your Xbox. So there's a lot of mixed feeling for some people, but for me, I was stoked because I can just stream my apps right there with my webcam and it's done. So I'm pretty stoked.
I am not stoked at all about it because, well, I was using Mixer, not really as a streaming service. I used it to stream on my Xbox, and then I could go to the Mixer website and then download my stream, and then I could easily convert it to my YouTube because I don't have a good PC. I don't have any kind of like graphics card or streaming, things set up because my PC is it's trash. I'm using my phone for this because it's got a better camera than my like 15-year-old PC right here. So I was using Mixer, and that's how I was getting all my like the Outer Worlds and recently Resident Evil and Sea of Thieves content up on my channel. It was like kind of like the in between because they used to have Twitch, they got rid of it for Mixer, and now you can't even use Mixer. Like it really kind of just took the knees out of my Xbox stuff. So I'm gonna have to go over to PlayStation 4 now and use that to stream content. It's not ideal, but I don't know. I just still wish there was an option for me to stream straight to Facebook, and maybe that'll come. I don't know. Like I think it's still kind of early, so there may be some more details later. But I still want an option where I can stream from my Xbox without having extra hardware. That's
Yeah, it's a little bit difficult. Like when I bought the what do you call it? Elgato HD60. That's I connected to my computer, TV, system. It's a little slightly complex in the beginning, but yeah, it's like almost $200 if you buy it brand new. So it becomes get costly here and there, and when you're buying on extra things. But yeah, it does overall does help me. You can find it for like $50 on like your Facebook marketplace or even cheaper. I mean, it does. I use that with the OBS Streamlabs. It works out really well with me, and now it's got to make sure keeping up with the computer maintenance. The game computer was just like $1,500, but yeah, it's it's a pain. But yeah, it was a lot easier for you to do it with your. Man, I just wish they. So is Microsoft going to do it with connect to Facebook or just we don't know yet or?
No, they still haven't really released that part of it. The part they did release was that they're taking all the people that were on Mixer and transitioning them over to Facebook. But as far as having a separate app, they haven't really released that yet. They're still waiting because they literally released their closure a month before they were going to close. Like even the big people like Ninja, he didn't even know. He was like, oh, okay, they're closing. Even some of the people that were employed didn't know until that day. So it was just I'm sure it wasn't all of the sudden because Facebook gaming actually has grown. They said
I'm seeing that it's doing pretty good.
Yeah, they said that it's actually been doing better than Mixer ever has. Like it grew faster in the beginning, and it's continuing to grow faster than Mixer. And
I'd rather do that. If I wanted to change up with something, I'd rather do it with Facebook gaming than Twitch. Twitch is just not for me.
Well, even in the past, you could always stream to your Facebook fan page. That was always a thing by using a stream key and stuff. No, that was never not a possibility. But now that it's straight like Facebook gaming, it offers a whole lot more, and it's really cool. I like the fact that you can play on mobile only because I'm not a big streamer. You guys know on my channel, I mostly am a content creator. So for me to have wanted to stream in the past, but I have the resources, I just don't have the time because I'm busy producing content for 3 channels, that if I want to take like 15 minutes, 20 minutes and stream, hey, I don't have to hook up nothing. I got my phone.
hey, check this out, dude. I saw your tonight. Onika, did you do it on TikTok or how did you do that?
Yeah, that was TikTok.
If
What'd
I
you
did
do?
it,
I missed it.
it's the fire thing. I wish I could pull it out. Shoot, hold on.
I'll
Let me. As you guys talk, let me try to attempt to see if I can.
Yeah.
I just downloaded
I-
TikTok recently, so I need to hit you up on there then.
Hey, you know what's cool? I don't do any of those funky, like clunky videos. I do like, I'll be editing and I'll be like, hey, what's up, TikTokers? You guys check this out. I'm over here editing my videos. You guys hit that grind. And the biggest thing on TikTok right now is the hashtags. That's what gets you the likes and the followers are the hashtags. And so I'm only at 34 right now, but I have almost 5,000 views in 28
Nice.
days.
Nice.
And that's more than what I get on YouTube. I
put up 2 videos, one last night,
Yeah.
of me like doing something to my song, because like recently I've started putting my music on digital
Yeah.
platforms like Spotify and stuff, so it automatically goes to TikTok as well. So I
Hey
have
guys,
some
check it
songs
out.
on
Here we
there.
go. Here we go. See if I can play it. Is there a play button on here?
You can't hear it though.
I know, cool. Yeah, I like the way it looked. You had the music in the background. I gotta start.
Yeah, it had the Zelda music playing in the background, and
Yep.
I knew you were gonna talk about Metroid, so I put Samus right there with the cape, and then I put Mario right there, and I was like, hey man, this is on fire.
So you're using it kind of like to like add to or supplement what you're doing, like with the podcast
YouTube?
and YouTube
Yeah,
and stuff, like a
so,
behind
like-
the scenes kind of thing.
Yeah, I'll do that, and then I tested it for 2 weeks, and I was able to upload like little snippets of my YouTube videos. But dude, that's a lot of work, bro. Like having to re-snip your videos into like
Yeah.
60 seconds. So after today, I think that was my last like little ditty of that. It turned out good. There was no like bad quality. It was just a lot of work behind it because I'm already editing all those videos and then trying to edit them again for the little snippets. But the thing that I like is on Fridays, I'll advertise for like our Gamerz Realm, and I'll put up a little video. Hey, it's Gamerz Realm podcast, 5:30 California time. Check your local listings. Mr. Switch's channel. Head on over to YouTube. And so,
Cool.
like, I'll do a little ad, and then, like you said, it kind of supplements what I'm doing on social media just to kind of get the word out. And there's both sides of the spectrum to TikTok. Like, there's I call it TikTok music, where there's a lot of creators who like Marshmallow. He puts his music on there. Bunch of different music creators. They put their music, and there's a lot of people who don't do all that. Huh?
Who's Marshmallow?
You're kidding me, right?
Yeah, I'm not kidding you. Marshmallow. Is that
Oh
a
man,
YouTube?
we're getting
Marshmallow
old
is?
over here.
Wait, you guys don't know? You guys don't know who
I do.
Wait. Where does he appear on? On what
Dude.
format?
He's one of the hugest DJs in the world. Like,
I don't know. I know that DJ Cali guy.
no, you don't know the
No,
Marshmallow with the big white hat with the X's on the eyes.
he wears a big old like white head. Like, I guess nobody's seen his face. I don't know if anybody's.
No,
seen his
nobody's
face or
seen
not.
his face.
Yeah, and he's like a DJ, not like DJ Khaled. No. like a DJ like
Yeah.
who's some other ones, Daft Punk or
Daft
kind of like
Punk, yeah.
that. Yeah. I don't know. He was
Speaking
on
of music,
TikTok,
what you got going on music wise for lately?
though. Man, dude, it's been so busy. So I'm working on original stuff right now. I haven't released a original in a few weeks, but me and TJ the Gamer, aka TJ the Rapper, we're doing that video game icons rap battle series. I don't know if you've heard that or not yet, but the most recent one is Samus Aran versus Master Chief, and I voice Samus, so it's just we're doing rap battles back and forth. I'll link you to that on Twitter.
Yeah, please. Yeah, we got I'm trying to find a way how can we can play music. So if you had something, we're like boom, play it on. But we gotta make sure we get the.
That'd be cool. I'm doing a couple collabs. I just did a collab. TJ the Gamer, Master Sword Music. He hit 100 subs, so I hopped up on his. He's the one I collaborate the most with. So he had a song called Nintendo Power. We just dropped that yesterday, I think.
Yeah, I've been following him. I've been watching him.
Yeah, dude, he's good, man. He makes a lot of beats. Like he started giving me some original beats to work with too. So I got a couple. I have a song coming out probably within the next month or so about Mario, since it's 35th anniversary. It's going to be all dedicated to Mario.
That's
and then
cool.
We got a collaboration with VG Mobster too, if you're familiar with him. It's coming up soon. I don't know if anybody knows about that yet, but there's like 6 of us.
Okay, cool. I got a new guy that I started getting his music from Metroid that he was making. He called himself James Lighter, and I have to do. So I'm trying to do something for to kind of like I want to do some of his music and do a video. So I want him to come out more because what I see his music, it looks like he just started on Twitter, just 14 followers. I think he needs to be known with what he's done, but I'm gonna push him out, soon, and just kind of show more about him too. But yeah, going back to you, THESWITCHBIT. Yeah, man, always interested in what you're doing and ideas with your music.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. It's like I'm not gonna say it's blowing up, but I've definitely I've hit a rhythm, and I'm starting to get a little like momentum with it finally, and I'm able to kind of like edit stuff better and all that. And now that I'm on DistroKid, it's like I'm on all the Amazon Music, Pandora, iTunes or Apple Music or whatever. So it's cool seeing I can go on like a chart and like there's people from the Netherlands that have listened to my music. Like, so it's like people can hear my music all over the world now. So I'm not getting a ton of listens, but it's a really cool feeling to know that. So
a lot of work,
excited,
but
man.
Pays off. You gotta keep doing it.
Definitely on the grind all the time.
What are the apps people can listen to your music at in case they're listening and they want to listen to you?
Literally everything. Like if it plays music, I'm like 26 of like the highest, popular.
Hey, put my send me the links to some of the ones where they can find you most, or unless you find me all the links. That way I can put it underneath in the description. All of our names are on there with our Twitters and YouTube, but underneath yours I can add in all your music stuff on there too, so they can find it. That's awesome.
Okay. Yeah, I'm working on my website right now. It's up. I have a website, but it's not like, it's something I just kind of fiddle with here and there. But I'm making a page that has a link, so I can give you the link to that web page, and then on that it has a list of everything I got.
Yep, do that. That'd be great. Hey, we're within the we got let's say last few minutes left, guys. Anything you guys want to say before we close out? We were a little over an hour, so anyone?
Now, we were talking about the games earlier. July is always like a really different month because it's my birthday. So when the new releases come out, they came out last July too. So did the Link's Awakening. So I'm hands off gaming, buying games for July. That's my birthday month.
Yeah, so you don't get like double games or whatever.
Yeah. So I always wait. Like everybody
I'm July too.
Yep. My wife already knows what's on my radar because all the good games have been coming out in July. So that's all I talk about. Hey, yeah, this is cool. Babe, look at this trailer. And so she's probably seen everything with me. And so I'm just like waiting patiently because
so you can't get Origami King. You got to wait for Origami King and hopefully it's a present.
Hopefully. If not, the day after my birthday, it's on. I'm going to go get it.
There you go.
But yeah, I didn't get it. Damn, I got to go get it now.
It's July 17th though, no? Isn't it? The release?
I think so, because my birthday is July 20th, and my buddy's birthday is July 17th, and I remember it coming out on his birthday, the same day as the Ghosts of Tsushima or whatever it's called.
That looks good.
Yeah, for sure.
but I know it's gonna be good, so I can't wait. Origami King's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
Everybody is kind of, the one thing that we didn't really talk about just real quick was I'm not a big Pokemoner, but the new Pokemon Snap, I did like that on the N64. It was kind of cool because it kind of took you out of traditionally what Pokemon was a little bit. So that's coming out. And then the Pokemon, what was it called? Unite? It's supposed to
Pokemon
be
Unite.
a MOBA. So it's going to be linked between iOS, Android, and Nintendo Switch. So you'll be able to go back and forth.
You guys see the
Oh,
shirt?
that's cool.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
That's a cool shirt.
That right now, that is designed by Retro Stylz. He designed that. So kind of like, I actually bought mine yesterday or the other day. I already got a notice saying it's being shipped.
Oh,
I
hey,
wanna make
is there
sure-
a link?
Yes, on Retro, can you please send the link? We got to put your link on the description too.
Hey,
Send
which
them a
way? I'll
link.
send you the link in the inside of our Gamers Room podcast.
Sweet.
What I want to do is I want to make sure I want to get another shirt. We got to figure out. I want to get our maybe a part of our names and logos somehow design it for our official members. Again, like SwitchBIT and yourself, Retro, One Up, me, and those QA and anyone else who who are official Gamers Realm members, and do like put underneath Gamers Realm. This is what we are. Boom. Put what logo that we want on there too. So we'll talk about it and just have shirts out because I want to wear it by next week or no. We're not going to be doing podcast next week, 4th of July week. We're gonna continue the week after, so we'll be back on Friday, July 10th. So by that time, we'll have the shirts. We're gonna get the shirts sometime next week. I think you got
Sweet.
one too, right, Richard?
Yeah, I got one too. Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
so
pretty
like I
hyped
said,
for
if you guys feel interested in wearing, they're actually like just $14 right now.
Nice.
If
That's
you
not
catch
bad
it
at
now,
all.
then they go back up to 20 I think in a day or two. So if anyone wants to get it now, for those who are Gamers Realm members, anyone.
And if you guys want to look up my handle on TeePublic is RetroStylz1983. So if you guys go on TeePublic, you guys will be able to purchase one there as well. And then
So if you have any other ideas, again, towards what we're doing, I think it'll give us about a week and about 2 weeks to think for our next podcast. I think we're going to keep it going with the Nintendo edition, and that'll be in July 10th. And then the next 2 weeks after that, I think we might do kind of a mix of Sega, maybe-ish, the week after Nintendo, and then do at the end of the month, do a kind of PC version. So I don't know if you guys are interested in PC stuff.
No, I'm excited. A little teaser again. My whole channel this next month in July are going to be all PC games. So
Okay.
I'm pretty stoked about that. Yeah. I changed my formats up on my channel a little bit. I changed the lighting. I changed a lot of different things to kind of, because I noticed my view count has went up over 2,000 views just in the last 28 days on my YouTube channel. So a lot more people are watching me. So I changed my content up, quality a lot better. So yeah.
Cool, man.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm stoked. I want to see how I can convert those 2,000 views into subs. I want to know how to do that.
Right. Yeah. Let me know when you find out.
That's the hard part because once I hit over 1,000, I got at this point of 1,000, 1,000, almost got 1,100. It just totally plateaued like crazy. Like it doesn't move. It just stays there. But you know what? I don't want to worry about numbers. I want to just worry about what I'm doing. Be happy with what I do. But I still want to have some more subs and things like that. But what can we all do moving forward to help each other out? So if SwitchBIT is doing something, put his stuff on your, how do you say, what do you call it? We tweet it. If they're doing something, we tweet, hook each other up and help. Again, I like to promote all you guys here. So for those who are watching or watch this later on, SwitchBIT and Retro Stylz, they got their Twitters and YouTube accounts, and myself and everyone else in the group, all in the descriptions. Don't forget to follow and subscribe.
So once a month on my Twitter. So I don't know if y'all pay attention, but every week I do a giveaway. Sometimes it's like $5 eShop.
I noticed that.
Yeah. Yes, I saw that.
20. So I'm in a position where I can provide some eShop cards or whatever, have a little bit of extra money to do that. So I always do something different, but once a month, what I've been doing the last 2 months is doing a YouTube spotlight. So the contest won't be about me or anything like that. It'll be, here is another person that I found their content interesting. Go sub or go look at their stuff. If you like it, sub, throw them a like or whatever. And then, so I'm gonna continue to do that. I'm very much Mr. Switch, you kind of were like a role model to me when I first was in YouTube.
Cut it out.
Because no, like straight up, you reached out to me and you were like, hey, can I play your music on my channel? And you were retweeting me. And, you were basically like an ambassador for me just starting out in YouTube to like grow awareness. That's always kind of stuck with me, and I want to do that for more people. So like once a month I'm gonna be doing that, whether it's y'all or just somebody like that guy you were talking about that you want to kind of what's his name, Jeremy Light or something like that.
Jared, make sure. James Lighter.
James Lighter. So like, especially he's doing like music and stuff like that, like video game remix stuff. Like that's something that like I would love to do a spotlight on him, and just, my contests usually, I might get like 300, 400, 500 people, that's a lot of eyes on somebody.
A lot of people need to be noticed, and I think sometimes people don't push too much, or like we all need to pull each other up. Like if you see someone like I want to bring out James Lighter out, so that way people can follow him, whatever. I want to bring you out more, SwitchBIT. We got to bring out more retro styles of 1UP and things like that. We all start from scratch. I remember starting with I didn't have anything. I didn't have no laptops, and then I was just doing the phone. I was just doing simple videos. I went to New York with a Nintendo store, just do little stuff. Little by little, started to graduate within the last 3 years, and now as I'm at now with I still have my difficulties with retro nose. And I get mad at something going on. I'm like, oh man, my PC's something screwing up with it. But we all have to start somewhere. And as time moves, we grow. I want to grow together with all these people and those who deserve a spotlight.
Right. Amen.
Yeah, Mr. Switch was the reason why I found your channel, SwitchBIT, because he was like, hey, check this guy out. And then you had your music. I was like, well, this is pretty dope right here. I was like, I like this because I like rap music, not like traditional like hardcore music, but I listen to a lot of Christian rap. So
okay,
yeah,
Toby Mac and DC Talk
or
Lecrae
and Flame, which Flame's mom just passed away, so that's pretty sad. I was like,
dang.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, and so I was like, this guy has some cool music. Like the beat is just real cool. It's mellow, and I was like, I'm gonna subscribe to this guy's channel. Poop. And then you had those hunting them games. Dude, I've been watching that since the beginning, since you started that.
That's crazy to hear that, because like they weren't very popular. They still aren't, but it's cool that somebody enjoys them.
No, what was cool is that I like the fact that you were just like so hyped about going to the local shop, because that's what I like doing. I like going to the local shops and picking up a good deal. So it's like you're going to a thrift shop or a pawn shop or something. You're like, man, these are my deals. I'm like, man, this guy got a deal. I'm all, hey, check this out. This guy's got a good deal right here. I'm all, man, I wish they would have more deals like that in our area. And I was sitting there watching. I was like, that's a cool video. Like, boop, like, boop.
Well, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah. So I was like, because the music was cool. And what was cool about that is you're recognizing that you didn't have a very good like webcam or a camera. And to me, I don't care about like the cameras. I don't care about like the lights. There's a lot of people who have good cameras and lights and produce really cruddy content.
Right.
I like you were excited about your content. You were promoting it. And to me, like that was cool, because even though in your eyes, you didn't think you had like the right stuff, but you did. You had like the music, you had the know-how, you went on there, you're all, boo, this is it. Got these deals, hunting them games. And I was like, that's cool right there.
Thanks, man. Here, let me show you this real quick too. Hold up. We got some hunting them games face mask.
Oh, yeah. That's what's up right there.
I just did that for fun, but like yesterday I was wearing that and somebody's like, like, what's that? And it's like, Hunt Them Games. And they're like, are you on YouTube? And I'm like, yeah. And I still have these YouTube.
Boom.
his-
There we go. That's how you
so
do
I
it.
carry those with me. And then like, yeah, this one guy who's like, I know somebody who does music promotion, and he hooked me up with somebody just because I was wearing a mask. So
Connections, you got it. We work with it. You guys stay in the community, and connections will happen, and just stay connected.
yeah.
Cool,
Network.
man.
All right,
Cool.
guys. Anything you want to say before we finish up? We're good.
No, see you in 2
I'm
weeks.
good. Yo, yeah.
Yep, good. Yeah, we'll be back. Hold on. Is it July? Is it July 10th? I'll make sure my dates are good. Check the calendar. I want to mess that up. Let's see. Move on, next one.
There'll even be a little, we'll have a little thing made up on the Gamers Realm Twitter just to remind you guys that the podcast won't be on there. So
yeah, so just kind of take a break, light some fireworks, be safe. We'll be back Friday, July 10th. But you guys do things with family. I'm gonna go buy me some. This time is legal because last year I was in Illinois. This year I'm in Wisconsin, so we're good. Get some bombs and get those, what do you call it, big M80s or big giant.
Oh, gosh.
Go all out. Spend a couple $100 tomorrow, and try not to.
try not to.
But it's just enjoy whatever you guys do. Be safe. Enjoy. The outdoors. Be careful. Watch out for things going on with the pandemic. Be safe. And again, Retro Stylz, SwitchBIT, and Mr. Switch. We will see you guys all next time.
All right.
Yes,
Later.
sir. You guys have a safe and sane 4th of July.
All right, guys. Take care.
Peace.